This is the Alphabet and Grammar of Geometry Preview Video 1.1, Part 2, Algebra Review. Take a moment and close your eyes. With your eyes closed, deep breath, inhale. Hold your breath, count of 5. Keep your eyes closed for another 7 seconds. Alright, open your eyes. You are taking a look here at the Algebra Review Part 2 page. Make sure you get the date, time, location, as well as a parent sign-off that you actually did this. There are 3 skills: working with fractions, solving for variables, and working with radicals. And the last class was all about working with fractions. This class we're going to be solving for variables. Ready? PEMDAS. When you are solving with distribution parentheses, I always want you to physically grab what's on the outside, that means circle it, and draw these little distribution arrows. I'd like you to do this every single time. Grab and distribute. Next line, I'm going to add the 1 for the k for clarity. That's -6. Okay, now I'd like you to underline, follow with me, everything with the variable, double underline the numbers. We're going to follow this process. You always want to collect before you cancel. Collect before you cancel. You want to collect like terms before you cancel. So we're going to collect like terms. Negative k plus 8k, that's 7k. Minus 6 plus 24, that's 18. Collect 10k. Now, you look, ask yourself, is there anything left to collect here? No. No there. So now you can start canceling. You're going to take your variables to one side. Now, what's really nice when you're working with variables is the fact that you can always test your answer, and let's do this now, by plugging it in. So if I put a 6 here, here, there, and there, taking a look on the right, that's 5 and 6, that's 30. 30 plus 30, that means the entire value of this side is 60. Here, that's going to be, obviously, 6 plus 6, that's negative 12. And that's 9 times 8, that's 72. Negative 12 plus 72, and the value balances at 60, and there's your check. So that's solving for a variable. Another thing you're going to have to do is isolate a variable. Isolate a variable. And so here, we're going to get y by itself. We're going to do that by clearing this 4x first. So we want to minus the whole thing, take it to the other side. Now for isolating y, we're shooting for y equals mx plus b. So the next line. So I brought that x factor to the forefront here. Now that's times y technically, so the opposite of timesing is dividing. And when you divide that out, I'd like you to put it under each term separately. Some of you have been taught you can do this, negative 4x plus 36, and put it all over 12. I do not want you using that method, please. I like you to do it each individual term. It increases your accuracy. Negative divided by a negative is positive. 4 goes into 12 3 times. Positive divided by a negative is negative. And there you stop. We're not actually solving. We are simply isolating. You need to be comfortable doing that. Okay, this page, you're going to pause the video and do this page on your own. And then you're going to pick up a red pen to correct your work. Ready? Pause the video now. All right, students, welcome back. Take a moment here. You should have distributed and solved. Maybe you got this far and you started doubting yourself. You're like, wait a minute, is it 0? And when you take that 0, any number times 0 is 0. When you plug it in, again, I suggest you do that. When you plug in 0 here and here, on the left-hand side, it ends up being 8 plus 0, which is just 8. And on the right-hand side, it's negative 8 times negative 1, which is just 8. So there's your check. So if you have any doubt about yourself, you should just go ahead and plug the numbers in. Down here, we isolate the y. Taking a look at your work, you take the... I made a mistake here. Let me fix it. That is a positive, positive. That's positive, which makes that positive. So word to the wise, check your signs. So you should have positive 2/3 x minus 3. Alrighty, folks. Now we're going to introduce you to one of the most basic skills, and that's the use of radicals. And there are several ways to do what's called simplify a radical. I'm just going to share one method. If you've learned a previous method in the past that works for you and you're consistently correct, you are more than welcome to use that method. I have a little storyline that I use for this method here. I call it going out on a date. So step number 1, if you were to simplify this radical, first, you're going to factor it out. So we're going to just factor tree it. If it's even, I just like to use 2 all the way down. You can use any 2 numbers. Try to do this without a calculator, please. So 2 goes into 108 54 times. So I'm using commonly what's called a factor tree. Some of you may have learned it like this. It's called upside down division. Let me just demonstrate both. And we divide by 2 and get 54. And you go like this, 2 again and 27, and 3 and 9, and 3 and 3. It's called upside down division. Okay, so where's the going out on the date? You're looking for dates, or what we call doubles, okay? And we're only looking at the leaves. The leaves are these final prime numbers. Those are the leaves. That's a branch, so we're not looking at the branches. We're only looking at the leaves, the final prime numbers. And if you have a date, or a double, if you will, you get to go out. And when you go out, just think of this logically. When we see a couple, we see there goes a cute couple. A cute couple. Okay, notice it's singular. When the couple goes out, it's singular. So too, when we do this, you're going to pull 1, 2 out. Yeah, pair of 3s, a 3 out. And then this lonely folk here, no date for the night, stays home, orders DoorDash. And on the outside, we have a 2 and a 3. So 2 times 3, root 3. So your final simplified answer of the square root of 108 is going to be 6 root 3. Same thing over here. Now this radical has what we call a coefficient, which means something on the inside. What do you do with that? I'll show you in just a moment. For now, let's just factor. Once again, you're just looking at the prime numbers, not the branches. So we have one pair of 3s. They go out as a single couple, if you will. Okay, so what's left here is we're going to multiply now the coefficients, which is 3 times 5. And we get 15. And then the 2 and the 3, no dates, they both stay home. Order DoorDash, we got 6. And there is your answer, 15 root 6. That is the simplification. So when you're multiplying coefficients, you multiply, not add. Alrighty, folks. These two are your own. Again, pause the video, do your own work, and then restart. Pause the video. Okay, welcome back. This first one, you should end up with 3 on the outside, root 7, 3 root 7. Here, I factored the 240, 2 times 120, 2 times 60, 2 times 30, 2 times 15, and then 3 times 5. You're looking for your dates, and there's 1 2 on the outside, and another 2 on the outside. Inside, we have a 3 and a 5. Final answer here should be 4 root 15. Okay, so what I recommend now is you literally take 1 minute, flip through these pages, and if you have a parent or a sibling or even a family pet that can be your audience, I recommend explain what are the key concepts you learned in today's lesson.